Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we're going to be analyzing the third of the Tier 8 trailers. This one is very much like the previous Tier 8 trailer, however much more is kind of shown. It's a lot easier to ID things, so I did have the time this time to go, and I quote, frame by frame, or kind of zoom in, take my time, ID everything, get the shots to match up on World of Warships PC. I'm going to show you photos that match kind of the angles of these things so that we can show and kind of properly ID these vessels. We do have a surprise because there is a certain destroyer that I did not realize was shown off. So we're going to go ahead and talk about a certain country's destroyer also being in. Spoiler alert, you probably know which one it is because there's only one country we weren't able to ID a destroyer for, but still, we're gonna go ahead and talk through the trailer. We had playing at regular speed right behind, but now we'll go ahead, slow it down just so we can see. So first things first, we have right here is the good old Frederick de Gross. I think it's very easy to ID this ship now. We have the kind of the stations where they have the searchlight / signal lights on the smokestacks. We can see it very clearly on the PC model. There's no other ship that kind of has that layout, so this is 100%. This is definitely Frederick der Gross. Next, we have a nice flyby of the Delny. You really can just tell by that bridge in the conical shape of the bridge. That's really all you need to know to see the Delny. And then we have a nice run down, not its torpedo launchers, but a different ship's torpedo launchers, the Z-46. That's right. Based on the life rafts and based on just the shape of the torpedo launchers, this is definitely the Z-46 right here. So we finally have confirmation of what is going to be the German destroyer for Tier 8. Then we get back and we see another shot of the Delny, and then we get an overhead shot of the Z-46. We'll go ahead and throw up the comparison right here. Like I said, they're trying to throw us off. After that, we get the Buffalo, kind of a nice easy shot of the Buffalo. Nothing really new to see here. Nice flyby. We can ID the rune in the foreground here. Buffalo is the one being blown up in the rear of the shot. Then another just rear shot of the Buffalo. They're very much showing off this Buffalo right here. Then we get a nice forward look at the rune. We can tell it's the rune because it has that smaller secondary battery right above a 3-barreled thing. Then we have another side angle of the Buffalo. Like I said, lots of Buffalo. They really want you to know the American ships are coming. Back to the rune with that smaller secondary battery that isn't engaging because you're not in range of anyone in secondary. Then we have a nice rear shot of a Zumo here with the airplane on board. Then we have what is going to be the rear deck of the American battleship, and I'll go ahead and talk about my theory a little bit later in this video, but I think we can kind of make an ID on it. Nice bow shot of the Azuma once again, showing off that good old Japanese battleship. Then we have the AA shot of the American and the secondary shot kind of in that superstructure of the American battleship, kind of once again showing it's going to be that Montana hull. A nice over the turret view from the Azumo once again. So not a lot of ships being shown up, but a good chunk. And then we have this front view of the American battleship. And now I kind of just want to talk about the American battleship because I have a feeling, my guess is they're going to call it the Maine. We can clearly see it's the Montana. Over on World of Warships PC, they have the Ohio. But the Ohio is kind of like the Georgia is to the Iowa, where it has bigger guns and it only has 2 of those bigger guns over on our side. I'm not seeing that happen here. So that kind of tells me that, well, we're getting another 3-barreled per turret kind of American battleship. So we have to go Montana, and then we need to figure out what kind of the hulls are. Now, if you go to Wikipedia, there were supposed to be 5 Montana-class battleships. Montana, Ohio, which Ohio is over in World of Warships PC, but it's a different model, right? It has the different barrels, or the different turrets. The next 3 are Maine, New Hampshire, and Louisiana. My guess is they're going to go in order, right? Montana was supposed to be BB-67, Ohio BB-68, Maine was supposed to be BB-69. Nice, the sex number, that's exactly what I want in this game. Yeah, no, I have a feeling we're going to go the Maine. If not, it's going to be New Hampshire or Louisiana. But my gut is telling me they're going to go Maine, and I kind of hope they do. It could be rather fun. After that, we have an overhead view of what I believe to be the Buffalo engaging another ship. You can't really make out the other ship because it's covered by the Tier 8 mask. A nice overhead, very clear view of the Izumo firing a nice salvo off into the distance. And then finally, we have what I believe to be the Z-46 off on the left-hand side. I think the tail end of that boat, it just reminds me of that flat butt and of the German destroyers. So my guess is that's going to be the Z-46, and that's the trailer, guys. That's everything that was shown off. Like I said, I'm tentatively excited. I'm excited. One, we kind of have a confirmation that the Germans are going to have a battle or a destroyer. I hadn't really been able to identify one previously, so I think there's confirmation we have Z-46, which means we are basically just getting 3 Russian, 3 American, 3 German, 3 Japanese ships, and we'll go from there. I like that as an opening strategy for Tier 8, right? That's going to be a plethora of ships. Hopefully, there will be a fast follow of the British ships, because I'm a big British ship fan. They are, after the Americans, probably one of my favorite lines to play. So being able to get another round of British ships, that's my, like, let's hope we get a fast follow. Next update is British. Update after that is French, and then we can start bringing in like the non-complete lines. You know what I mean? The lines that don't have a destroyer, a battleship, and a cruiser. But hopefully we are, you know, the way this seems, it seems like Tier 8 is going to hit hard. It's going to hit fast. It's going to feel complete. And really, that was my biggest fear. And it's starting to be elated. It's starting to be, you know, it's not becoming a concern for me anymore. So guys, that's Tier 8. Let me know what you think down below. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.